Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be importing a spreadsheet. This is a set of data that was taken out using a script, Python script from a set of pictures or images, and the data has been collected across. Now you notice you have your latitude, longitude, altitude, direction, make, model, camera. All that information is in there. Now we want to import this into Dart. One of the problems that we run into quite often is the format. And the one field that has to be formatted, or three fields that have to be formatted correctly, is latitude, longitude, and date. Now, we use the Microsoft extensions in our application, so we have to make sure that the date is set correctly. When I put in my dates, I cannot use semicolons, commas, periods, or any other type of separator. I must use the Microsoft format, which is the month, then the day, then the year, all separated by the slashes, as you can see right here. Then you do a space, and then you can put the date in, or the time in there with the PM. Now, this is the standard format for Microsoft. You can also use the 24-hour clock. So if you don't want to do PM or AM and you want to use 1300, 1400, 1500, etc., you can also do that. Just put in the correct format. Again, midnight would be 00 colon 00, which would give you midnight, not 12, which will give you the afternoon time. All right, so once I've done that, and once I've adjusted my date format and made sure my dates are all correct, I can now import this file into Dart using the Freeform importer. Okay, to use the Freeform importer at this point, I'm going to go ahead and save this document. And once I save this document, go ahead and close it. I'm going to go to my Dart application, and I'm going to add a layer. And I'm going to call this CSV import. And again, I'm putting that in over my default layer. And this is import CSV from images. Again, I'm using a comma separated value file, or a CSV file. Okay, I'm going to go to my import, freeform. I'm going to choose a single file. I'm now going to choose my file, and I'm going to go to my downloads. Here's my EXIF data XLS, which we were just working with, and I'm going to select open. Once I select open, I'm now going to drop this down. I have a sheet that I have to choose, so select or choose my EXIF data. I'm now going to choose the files, or excuse me, the columns that go to the tags here. So latitude goes to latitude, longitude goes to longitude. Now this one has an azimuth, so I can actually put in the azimuth if I want to, which is the direction. And additional, I'm going to use ignored. Now this is where we have to make sure that we fill this in correctly. So we have a record timestamp. This is set at none. Now we know we have one column that's broken into two pieces. So we're going to choose one column. And now I'm going to choose the date field. And when I do that, it's going to know that all of the date and time is in that single field. Now, if I had a date column and a time column, I would use the two-column format, date and time. Now I'm going to apply a label here, and I'm going to choose the model of the phone, select OK. So now I have everything in here correctly. I'm going to click Apply Mapping. Now, once I apply the mapping, as you can see, the date and time stamp has been correctly identified, and it fills in my date and time stamp. My label is iPhone 5. Here's my azimuth for the pictures. Here's my latitude and my longitude. Since I have direction, I can use the pointing arrows. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select Save. You notice now that I have some directional markers appearing on my sheet. It shows me that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 unique locations. And on those locations, I have 3 entries, 2 entries, 2 entries, and 2 entries. If I'm comfortable with this and I like this view and I like these markers, I'm going to go ahead and select done. And once I select done, my azimuth and my pointers will be plotted out onto the map. So now this shows me in Huntington, it shows 3 towers here that have been plotted and the direction or the proposed direction from that azimuth being shown. Again, if I have a far view out, I can select show all points, and the show all points will put me in the center of all of these points. Okay, this is the way to bring in the data.